My name is Penny Scofield and I'm the Training and Development Manager for Nightstone's Young People's projects. I think young people volunteering is massively important. It's often young people, and I can remember it myself, are caught in the no experience, no job trap, and that no employer will offer you a job because you haven't got any experience, but you can't get any experience until you get a job. And I think volunteering fills that gap very neatly. Obviously it depends what the voluntary occupation is, but even if it's not specifically in the vocational area you're interested in working in, it can help develop skills of problem solving and teamwork, and just get young people into the idea of turning up regularly and doing a job and going home at the end of the day. And but critically, I think it gives something on your CV to show that you've had experience to do something. A lot. I mean, at the foyer we have volunteers working on reception. We have volunteers from a range of different European countries through the European Leonardo project, which is great. We have people who are training to be social workers and policemen come here and work, quite volunteering, but it's a similar idea. And also some of the other organisations we work with, so people like Crews, who run a volunteering bereavement counselling service, come here and use the property here as a location for delivering their services. So we come into contact with volunteers who come in and use the centre as well as ones that work here. But also in previous employment I've come across volunteers quite often. Some of the staff who work here now came here originally as volunteers, and it can be a really good way into work, because if you get somewhere and prove yourself good and prove yourself invaluable, a lot of employers will find a way to get you on the payroll, I think. I think by selling the benefits of it, I think it is hard sometimes, particularly when you're young, and it's a period of your life when you don't expect to have huge responsibilities and all that kind of thing. And I think some young people probably think, why should I do something for nothing? And I think we need to make it really clear that you're not doing something for nothing. You're doing something for something very much. You're providing a service or delivering something on a voluntary basis. So you're not getting money, but you are getting all those added benefits, which actually money can't buy. And it's hard to get them in any other way, particularly at the moment. Young people are struggling to find work, and as somebody who has recruited staff regularly, if I had two CVs and they were similar in all other regards, that one of them had been doing voluntary work, that would be a plus point in my head, because it means A, they've bothered to get up and go and do something, it's showing a bit of initiative and energy, and B, they will have developed some of those employability skills. Community is a huge part of our life, really. I think there are people, young people and old alike, who feel a bit divorced from, a bit dissociated from community, and it is easy. There's so much you can do on your own. You can sit on a computer and interact with the world from within the confines of your house very easily, and that's quite an attractive option. But actually getting out there and interacting with people on a face-to-face basis, our community is what we make it, basically. It isn't somebody else's job to create the community and sustain it, and I think it's a loss, actually. It's a big loss. It's your loss if you're not involved in it, really. Very important, I think, for all the reasons we've just talked about, really, that volunteering is a really good route for young people to develop skills and get work experience and perhaps find routes into work. But if the existing arrangements for enticing people into volunteering are not getting young people involved, then clearly what is needed is an organisation that's going to focus on volunteering very much with a youth head on, because otherwise I think there's a degree to which volunteering has got a kind of image of Women's Institute, and it's something old ladies do and they haven't got anything else to do with it. So you need somebody who's quite fresh and taking a youth perspective on what's in it for you. And so when young people turn up, it is to talk to a face that they kind of recognise as somebody who might understand how they tick, really. I think by just stressing all those things, that this is an organisation, this is a setup that knows how to engage young people and is focusing on young people and is coming from a youth perspective and isn't a woman of my age telling a young person what would be good for them. It's, you know, young people are focused and has that kind of fresh approach. And the fact that you're here, you know, talking to me is kind of testament to that.